Hi, everyone. This is our Search Nav support team, and our iteration will be from June 19th to July 2nd. And I'll be the host for today. So let me share our mascot. Let me just check up here. Okay, so this is our mascot. I do like capybara, so I think a capybara with a tangerine on its head is super cute. So of course, it's our mascot. Well, I'll be starting for our release plan, and for me, I am finishing still some live translation bug fixes, and I will be doing our how-to videos landing page. I'm already talking with Trevor. He's helping me with some design patterns and which components can we reuse or which ones we should create from scratch. And I will be doing our navigation release. Well, that's it for me, at least for now. I will pass it to Megan.
Thanks. In this iteration, wrapping some things up with the Marketo template. I'm still waiting on feedback from that last round of updates I made. So that should be closed soon. Even if I have to make like a quick update just so it could be used better, it should be closed very soon. And then the German homepage issue that had the human translated content, just waiting on that for review. Working on the language selector accessibility updates just to make it keyboard navigable, and then implementing 6 Sense into our navigation. And lastly, we're having some issues with across our site with the navigation loading after the main page content. So I'll be looking into why that is and hopefully coming up with a fix. I'll pass it off to Javi.
Thanks, Megan. This iteration, I'm working through helping get the localized company preference across the finish line. Looks like they had some blocking with Marketo, but I'll double check with them to see where they're at. I have points allocated towards continuing with the DevOps assessment. I did not realize the type form creation itself was scoped into that, so I'm going to go work through that. I have some points allocated towards how tabbing works in the nav and the footer. I think we found that in the nav release last iteration that some of this tabbing wasn't working well in Safari and Firefox, so we're gonna see how that's doing. I have some more points allocated towards the footer in particular on the click page source and the view this page links being plain text in the footer. So we're going to try to make them hyperlinks instead of having them being buttons. I have points allocated towards the integrations page, and that's it for me. I'll pass it over to John.
Thank you, Javi. For this iteration, I'm going to work on a generic link detector in order to detect any link that has been clicked in order to redirect the user to the correct localized page using Knox I18N. After that, I'm going to work on how to detect when an English page has changed the content in order to update the localized versions of that same page. Also, I'm going to work on a second round of how to improve our font loading in buyer experience. And finally, I'm going to work on the subscription agreement page, the localized version of subscription agreement for German, Japanese, and French languages. And that's it for me. Next one is Trevor.
Thanks, John. For this iteration, I'll be designing the clickable platform tour. Really excited to get into that. And I'll be doing design QA for the integrations page, assessment experience, and the how-to videos page. So that's it for me, and I'll send it over to Lauren.
Yeah, the one of the primary things I'm going to be looking is to get started with like gathering all the information for our Argo integration for continuous localization. So we have access to the platform and setting that up so we can get our team in there and start building things. And also looking into what the scope is going to be if we were going to split from the www repository completely. So that will wrap it up for this iteration. A little bit of a short one because Friday's Friends and Family Day. So we'll see everyone for the release.